Lesson 3.3. Use division to solve multiplicative comparison problem. I can solve a multiplicative comparison problem by using division with drawing and equations. Step it out. Number 1. Olivia is in the photography club. She takes 15 photographs at a garden. That is 3 times as many photos as she takes at school. How many photos does Olivia take at school? So we need to pull out our information. So 15 photos are at the garden, and then at school, she takes 3 times as many. And then they want to know how many photos does she take at school. So what goes for our first box? The garden or the school? Garden. And it is what? 15, right? Then we have school. And how many goes in each one of those boxes? Oh, hold on, guys. Oh, we got to look at this a little differently. I misread that. So it says this is 3 times as many photos as she takes at school. So the school one goes on the top, and the garden one goes on the bottom, right? Okay. Now, how many total pictures does she take at the garden? 15. So our total goes down here, and then we need to figure out how many goes in each one of those boxes. So how many goes in each one of those boxes? How many total boxes do we have? 15. We have 3 total boxes, so 15 divided by 3 would be 5. So I'm going to put 5 in each one of those boxes. Now, did that teach us we need to very carefully read the question? Yes, because I even misread it and even I understood that we were putting our things in the wrong spots. So write an equation to model the problem. Use n for the unknown number. 3 times as many as n is 15. So I'm going to replace this with a 3 and put 15 down here. So then we took 15 divided by 3, which got us 5. So Olivia takes 5 photos at school. So this would have a 5 in there at the end. Inverse operations such as multiplication and division undo each other. So basically, if you see multiplication and you need to do an inverse operation, you do division, right? If you see division and you need to do an inverse operation, you do multiplication. Step it out. Number 2. This year, 28 students are in the chess club. Last year, 7 students were in the chess club. How many times as many students are in the chess club this year than last year? So let's follow our information. So there's 28 students this year, right? And last year there were only 7. So how many times as many students are in the chess club this year than last? So or in times what? 7 or 28? 7 equals 28. So we have n by itself, but we need to figure out what it is. So I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, or the inverse operation. So 28 divided by 7 equals 4. So n equals 4. So this year, 4 times as many students are in the chess club. Check understanding. Use multiplication and division equations to model and solve the problem. Use n for the unknown. Leslie collects 24 aluminum cans and 8 glass bottles for the recycling club. How many times as many cans as bottles does Leslie collect? So we have 24 aluminum cans, 8 glass bottles, and they want to know how many times as many cans does Leslie collect. So we are going to set up a multiplication problem first because we have the word what in there.
How many times?
Times, right? Times tells us multiplication. So we need to put what?
24.
No, not yet. Or n times 8 equals 24. And then how do I get n by itself? I do an inverse operation. So what I do is what? 24 divided by 8, which gives me, what's 8? 3. So Leslie collects 3 times as many cans as bottles. The students in the cooking club bake 12 blueberry muffins. They bake twice as many blueberry muffins as corn muffins. How many corn muffins do the students bake? So the 12 blueberry muffins, twice as many corn muffins. How many corn muffins do the students bake? So I'm going to do a multiplication or division problem first. Multiplication, right? Because we have the word times, okay? So what am I going to do? 2 times n equals what? 12 equals 12. Then to get n by itself, I have to do a what? Well, an inverse operation, which in this case would be division. So 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So the students make 6 corn muffins in cooking club. On your own, number 3, the library club receives 56 fiction books and 8 nonfiction books. How many times as many fiction books or nonfiction books does the club receive? So what do I need to do? I have 8 in those boxes and I have 56 in those boxes, right? So we know 8 times what?
8 times
N equals 56. So now to get n by itself, I have to do a what? Well, what's that called though? Starts with an I. It was on the front page. It's a vocab word. When you do the opposite, it's called a what? Inverse operation. So in this case, it would be division. So 56 divided by 8 equals 7. So they want to know how many times. So 7 times as many what? As many fiction books as nonfiction. Number 4, Bob fills a basket with carnations and roses. He uses 18 roses and twice as many roses as carnations. How many carnations does Bob use? So write an equation to model the problem. So we need to pull out our information. So 18 roses, twice as many roses as carnations. How many carnations does he use? So what do we need to put there first? We have time, so we know we're going to use multiplication. So what goes with that first? 2 times n equals 18. And then we need to do an inverse operation to figure out what n equals. So what are we going to do?
18 divided by.
So the opposite of multiplication is division. So then we're going to do 18 divided by 2 equals n. So n equals what?
N equals
9. So 9 carnations. Number 5, model with mathematics. A sweater costs $40. That is 5 times as much as a shirt. What is the price of the shirt? So the sweater costs $40 and that is 5 times as much as a shirt. What is the price of the shirt? So we know we need multiplication because we have the word times. What number am I going to put with that?
5.
The 5 or the 40?
5.
So 5 times n equals $40. Now I need to get n by itself. So what am I going to do? An inverse operation, which in this case would be what? Division. So what am I going to do? 5 divided by 40? 40 divided by 5, but it's in this case $40 divided by 5, which equals $8. So that's how much the shirt costs. Number 6, open-ended. Write a multiplicative comparison word problem that can be modeled and solved with the equation 7 times n equals 21 and 21 divided by 7 equals m. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark number 6 off. On number 7, use quotes. In the martial arts club, students spend 20 minutes working on blocking. That is 4 times as long as they spend on meditating. How many minutes do the students spend on meditating? So we need to pull out our numbers. So 20 minutes, and then 4 times as long as they spend on meditating. How many minutes do they spend on meditating? So the first line is what? The meditating, right? Because we don't know what that is. And then this one is blocking. So how much total time do they spend on blocking? Because what does it say in the 20 minutes? So that goes down here on the bottom. How many blocks do we have there? 4. So I first of all need to write that 4 times m gets me 20, right? Now to get that 20 and figure out what's in each block, I'm going to take what? 20 divided by 4, which gets me 5. So 5 would go in every box. So they spend 5 minutes meditating. Number 8, students in the engineering club build 2 train tracks. Track A is 24 feet long. That is 3 times as long as the length of track B. What is the length of track B? So track A is 24 feet long. Or A is, B is 3 times as long. So what is the length? Okay, so we know we're going to do what? Multiply, because we have the words times. Okay, and then am I going to put 3 with that or 24? 3 times n equals what? 24. And then I'm going to do what? Okay, I am going to divide, but that's known as a what? What vocabulary? An inverse operation. So 24 divided by 3 equals 8. So the length of track B is 8 feet. And because of time, we're going to mark off number 9.